Good morning, and here we are, 6th of August already. Time flying by yet again. So let's see if we can create some more ease for the body and for the mind on this grey, it's a grey rainy morning here in the UK on the south coast. It seems to be raining quite prolifically this morning. Actually, it's not too bad, but it is a bit grey. Anyway, so let's see if we can create some more ease and some more lightness and ease. And did I say we're trying to create ease in both body and mind? So if you're joining me, just jump in, find yourself a nice space and just settle yourself down onto your feet. Now you're trying to find your shoulder width to start with, and we're just going to put our feet together, turn at the toes, turn at the heels, and that's your natural shoulder width. So just take a moment, take a breath, just to slow things down for a second. So whatever's going on today with you, whatever you've got going on today, it'll come to you in fullness of time. You don't have to worry about it for the next 30 minutes or so. We're just going to chill. Just let all of the concerns of the day, all of the pressures of the day, all of the excitement of the day, anything that's coming up for today, just let that all go for now, because we can always pick it up later. That's not a problem at all. And just get that feeling in the body of trust that everything is going to work itself out. Now it may be that you've got things looming which you can't see as trust, but you can't trust yourself with them for now. But that's fine. We're just going to let everything just go, softening the mind, and we're going to give the mind something else to do so it can focus on that and give us that chance just to find some ease and some peace. So just stand. Take your mind down to the soles of your feet so you can soften the feet. And it's like you're clenching your fists and you let go. Same with the feet. Just imagine yourself or feel yourself clenching the muscles around the feet, clenching the soles of the feet, and then let go. So just experience that expansion in the soles of the feet, softening down into the ground. And move up into the ankle joints and let the ankles go. So you're looking for anywhere where you're twisting, where there's resistance or tension. And just see if you can get that to melt. And again, this is not something that you have to force to happen. It's something you allow to happen. And if it's not happening, then don't worry about it. Just allow your mind just to rest on it. Acknowledge it's there. And then just move on. Move up into the calf muscles, let the calf muscles go. Again, if you need to, you can tense the muscles and release. So you get that feeling of them opening. Moving up into the knees. Opening the knee joints. Softening into the thighs. And you might find that as you're working up your body, the joints that you've already passed over, suddenly find that a little bit more ease because you've released somewhere where you've been twisting down through or holding yourself tight, tense and rigid. Then come up to the hips and open the hip joints. You're actually opening the joint itself, where the ball joint fits into the socket. So you have the quad, which is the crease here and back. And you've got the thighs, let them go. The groin can hold tension, pulling into the hips. The buttocks can hold tension, pulling off the hips. So we're just going to release those. The hips have a large range of rotation and movement within them, and that can be, sometimes it can become counterproductive if you're holding yourself too tight, tense and rigid in the hips or across the lower back. So just let all of that go and sink. So everything melts, everything feels like it's just descending down. The bones are standing upright. If you need to adjust where you're standing on your feet, then do. And then allowing the tailbone to drop. So the tailbone just drops under. You're not pushing your pelvis forward. It's almost like you're sitting down on a stool. So you might find that your thighs want to bend a bit more, but then that will then put pressure more on the thighs, but you just allow that to release. So it's sitting down, opening up your lower back. So all the vertebrae start to open gently and the muscles relax either side of the spine. Relaxing around the waist. And you start getting your breathing going into your belly. So as you breathe, the breathing is softening and slowing and sinking down deeper into the body so that the abdominal wall opens up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, closes down. And then elongate the spine, bringing the shoulders to rest comfortably over the hips and release the shoulder joints. Softening down through the arms. Softening the elbows. Releasing the forearms. Softening the wrists. And emptying the hands. And your chin just tucks in very gently just to open up the neck, softening the neck, release the neck. And just raise the head very gently, as though you're suspended from the ceiling. So now we've created the alignments down through the body. You're looking for that feeling of comfort of how you could stand here for hours if you wanted to. Just nice and easy. Now that takes a bit of practice and time to get used to, so don't worry about it if you're feeling unsteady or wobbly. Just allow yourself just to keep sinking into the body, softening all the muscles, and keep working on the alignments through. And eventually your body will show you how it wants to stand so that it's comfortable. So now we're just breathing into the belly. Remembering to breathe. Doesn't matter if you're breathing in through your mouth or your nose, or breathing out through your mouth or your nose. The important thing is you get that momentum going through into the body at the moment. Over time your breathing will slow, soften, and you'll be able to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, gently, as though you're holding a feather up in front of your face and not moving the feather as you breathe in and out. But for now, just get that feeling of opening and closing, expansion and contraction in the belly as you open and breathe in, close and breathe down. And keep the mind occupied. Let it sink down into the belly. So you're looking for a point about 3 fingers width below your tummy button and back into the body. So it's sort of halfway between spine and abdominal wall. Then sit back against the spine, into the pelvis, and become totally present in the moment with what you're doing. All the time releasing the soft tissue, releasing the muscles. Keeping the bones floating upright. Okay. So then we breathe in, bring the hands up your center line. Turn the palms over at chest height and raise the hands up over the head. And then on the out breath, let the arms float down as a circle. Breathing in, come up. And on the out breath, if you want to make this more of an aerobic exercise, you can sink into the hips, bending the thighs, but watch what's going on with the knees. Don't put too much pressure on the knees. Don't push them over the edge of the toes. And then come up, breathing in, open up. And breathing out, sinking down. And keep going. Just feel the flow of the movement. Softening the body as you go. One more. And breathing in, bring the hands up the center line. To the chest. Breathe out, push the hands down. Just come to rest on the feet. And again, just check in with your alignment. So softening your feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Tailbone drops as though you're sitting down on a stool. Let the shoulders rest comfortably over the hips. Tuck the chin in, bones suspended from space. And then just release all the muscles and sink into the body. Checking in with your breathing, still breathing into the belly, nice and relaxed. Let the mind sink down. Any areas of tension you find, just see if you can get them to dissolve. It's like that tensed fist. Just become aware of them and just let them release. And then breathing in, bring the hands up to the chest. Breathe out, let the left hand float up, right hand pushes down. Sitting back against the spine. Breathing in, the hands come back to the chest. Breathing out, swap. Left hand now pushes down, right hand up. Breathing in, hands come back to the chest. Breathing out, swap, and if you want to, sink into the hips, bending the thighs. Watch the knees, don't put too much pressure on them. And breathing in, come up. And breathe out. All the time, opening the body as you breathe in, closing as you breathe out. Softening the shoulders. Sitting back against the spine. One more. And then let the hands come back to the chest as you breathe in. Breathe out, palms to the floor, push down. Just come to rest again, softening your feet, ankles, knees, hips, tailbone drops, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently, head suspended from space. So you're raising the head so you're not twisting down through your spine or letting yourself collapse down. Keep yourself upright and then let all the muscles just sink and release. Breathing back into the belly and breathe out. So you're opening up as you breathe in, closing as you breathe out. Mind sinks down. And then softening the legs, turn the waist and release the arms so that the arms just swing. Now, you've got to completely release the arms so that they swing comfortably. You're not actually moving the arms, you're allowing the momentum of the waist turning, transferring momentum into the shoulders, and then that transfers momentum out into the arms, which means you have to switch the muscles off in the arms. So releasing biceps, triceps, releasing the muscles over the shoulders, the shoulder blades, down through the spine, then opening up the elbows, softening the forearms, opening the wrists, and emptying the palms. And just feel that rotation around your spine from the waist. trying to make this too serious or too perfect. Just really just let the body go. Sitting back against the spine, sitting into the pelvis, releasing down through the legs so you're not twisting. You're just allowing the legs to act like shock absorbers or pistons. And then we change, let the hands come up to the sides. And then one swings in front, one behind as you turn from the waist. Again, releasing the shoulders, releasing the arms, so that you can just move comfortably. The harder you want to work, the more you bend into the thighs and sit down into the hips. But do be careful that you don't end up twisting down through the knees. Really just loosen up all the muscles down the back. Let your breathing just fall into a nice regular pattern that works for you. And don't forget to breathe. And then we change, just let the hands come to rest by the sides. And again, softening the feet, ankles, knees, hips, tailbone drops, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in gently, head suspended from space, and then just breathing into the belly. Let all the soft tissue, the muscles just expand, release, sink. And then as you breathe in, palms to the floor and forward. Dropping your fingertips, raising the arms to shoulder height. And then on the out breath, just sink the elbows, drop the wrists and push down as though you're pushing through water. Breathing in, hands come forward, open up. Breathing out, elbows drop, wrists drop, hands drop, close down. Breathing in, open. Breathe out, close. And if you want to, sink into the hips, bending the thighs, but watch your knees. Come up. And breathe out. Keep going. Sitting back against the spine, so as the hands come forward, you're not leaning forward. Keeping the tailbone dropped. Mind softens and sinks to the belly. Back inside, looking for your center. Last one. As you sink down, we change. So the fingertips just turn to the right, let the hands float up. Circles, keeping your elbows in line. Right hand in front of the face, left hand sinks down, and then both palms turn to the floor to hold a ball. So you're not turning your palm up, keep that palm flat to the floor. Doesn't really matter, but just for the way I do it. And then just turning the waist to the right. That brings the hands round, and then squaring the hips back, the hands swap over, and you square back to the front. And then turn your waist over the other side, bringing the hands round. And square the hips, swap the palms, and then just get that rhythm going nicely. So turning the waist to bring the hands round, the hands swap positions, and then you turn the waist to bring them back, softening down through the legs, sitting back against the spine. Just let your breathing fall into a nice regular pattern that works for you. And just relax down through the body and feel how the whole body is connected. How this movement can translate through from the feet up to the fingertips and then back down again. So it's sinking down as you turn the waist, and then expanding, opening up. Softening the arms, the hands, sitting back against the spine. Releasing the legs. And just breathe, so everything's functioning from the waist turning. Looking for that ease of movement. Finding tension. See if you can get it just to open, release. One more. And then just let the lower hand just float up so it comes up to the chest, breathing in. Breathe out, just push down and let yourself come to rest on your feet again. Then closing the hands over the belly, so put the knuckle of the thumb in the tummy button, let the palm rest down. The other hand comes in flat over the top. Left hand under right for men, right hand under left for ladies. And then as you breathe into the belly, let the mind sink to that point behind the palms, back inside the body. Sit back against the spine and breathe and recreate your alignment, so softening your feet, softening the ankles, opening up the knee joints, softening your thighs and into your hips. Tailbone tucks under, it just drops, leveling the pelvis, opening up the lower back, elongating the spine, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips, chin tucked in, and then head suspended from space. Then all the soft tissue, the muscles just expand, release, and let everything sink down through into your feet, mind to the belly, and breathe. And bring the hands up, softening the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and wiggle the fingers at the ends of the arms. Now just adjust your arms so you find that sweet spot where everything's comfortable. Bring the hands down, circle the hands at the ends of the arms. Change, just breathing, coming up onto the, come up onto the toes. Breathe in, breathe out, and let yourself just drop. So you sort of shake through the spine and settle your chi. But do this gently, so breathing in and drop. Everything just shake. And one more. And relax. Just give yourself a little shake, stretch up if you need to. And we're done. So thank you very much for joining me again this morning. I hope you enjoyed that set. Please feel free to leave comments of your experiences, feedback, any questions you might have in the comments. That would be great. It's always nice to have feedback. And if you could tag, share and like this video, share it far and wide, that would also be brilliant. I'll be back 7 o'clock tomorrow morning for another one of the same. Take care, have a really great day.